And if you saw my project update, tour update video from the past couple of weeks or so, I did mention that I'm going to be covering the broken console lot that I picked up. And so I'm going to do that, and I said I'm going to start with the Wii, and I'm going to do that because of the fact that I know the most about it. I know how it should work, how it should function, and so on. So let's go ahead and open this up and take out this very disgusting looking Wii. So we've got this, oh, there's leaves inside of the memory card slot B for the GameCube. That's a good sign. I mean, overall, other than it being really dirty and maybe slightly yellowed, and I don't know if that's from the bromide or just dirt, it's not that bad. The feet, I don't know if they were cut off or if they've just worn off from the, oh no, that's the rubber that's worn off. So we're going to go ahead and we'll probably clean that out at some point, dig it out, and I don't know if I can find replacement rubber feet for this or if I just have to like make do with what I've got. But yeah, no memory card installed. I doubt there's a game in there, but there could be. Who knows? So let's go ahead and we'll test it with Wii Sports because why not? And I just realized this, the directional pad is slightly yellowed compared to the rest of the controller. And this is my original controller, so awesome. So we'll go ahead and we'll just try plugging in, testing it out, see if it works or not, and I'll get the B-roll set up pointing towards the television so that we can see if it works or not. Hopefully the Wii is set up for 480p because I'm using the component video cables, but we will find out, I suppose. Turn the TV on. Composite, we need to switch that to component. There we go. All right, so without even a game installed, well, good sign. Power light is on. Disk drive sounds like it's working. Let's see if we can sync the controller. And so far, so good. We have the disc channel, the Me channel, Wii Shop channel, forecast, news, YouTube, Netflix, etc. Some sort of Mario Kart thing, Pokemon Rumble demo. What else we got here? Of course, I don't have the sensor bar hooked up. Let me get that hooked up real quick. There we go. I'm not sure how this is configured. All right, there we go. So let's go into the options here. I'm going to go to Wii settings. You know, if this is the only console that ends up working out of this slot, I still paid a good price for it. So screen, let's change it to, we want widescreen, confirm. Yeah, it is. Or at least it'll auto detect. Oh, maybe it's not. Well, never mind. Let's change this to, okay. So now we've got widescreen turned on. What else do we have on here? Nothing, unless they're one of these people that, yeah. So let's look here. Was Mario Kart for the Wii a digital download? I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up. Because it'd be pretty cool if it was. So this is just the Mario Kart channel. Okay, never mind. I never really... Yeah, this isn't not going to work because it doesn't exist anymore. Let's just reset and see if a game works. Feeds a disk, that's a good sign. There we go. Well, so far this Wii is working, which is awesome, but at the same time kind of disappointing because I was hoping there was something to repair. Now, there's this chance that the SD card slot doesn't work. Perhaps GameCube bone doesn't work because the memory card readers don't work or the GameCube controller ports don't work. But Wii Sports seems to be working. It's been a while since I've played this, so I don't know how well I will do. And this console definitely needs to be factory reset because there's definitely stuff on here, so let's just start the game. So yeah, the game seems to be working. The Wii seems to be working, so we're going to give it a cleaning. And I don't think it's going to be part of this video because this is just a test of all these broken consoles, but we'll have to test GameCube functionality just in case. It supports component video. We also have to test the memory card slot, but everything seems to be fine. I don't know why this was listed as, you know, a broken lot or untested or whatever, especially since it would be pretty easy to test it unless the person who bought this literally got this as part of a lot and could not test it because they didn't have any of the cables or anything. So either way, this alone was worth the purchase. So yeah, let's move on to the next console and see if we can get a dud that I can try to fix. So all right, so the next console we're going to try is the PS3 Slim, which is missing a piece of the plastic, which sucks because I'd like to have it complete. I'm going to try to find one online. But this TV does not support HDMI, so we're going to use the PlayStation connector, which should work, and it does, or at least it fits. So plug it in, and I have no idea how a PlayStation 3 works. So controller is not synchronized. How do I turn this on? Oh, there we go. So the green light is on. That's a good sign. I have no idea what's going to show up on screen, if anything at all, because I don't know if it's set for HDMI. I don't know if it's set for component. I don't know if it's set for AV. But the controller is identified as controller 1, so it's probably a data cable. But there is nothing on screen, which is a little concerning. Let me see if I can find my HDMI to DVI cable, because this monitor does support DVI. So let's see if I can find that. All right, so I have this Dell DVI to HDMI adapter. Hopefully it'll work. I don't know. Hopefully I have a DVI cable somewhere. Let's there we go. Obviously, I won't get audio out of this adapter. That HDMI port's really loose. Hoping that's not the issue, because I really don't feel like fixing one of those. So let's see what happens. Connect display, change computer input to... So there is a video output coming out of this thing, just not anything that the monitor can recognize, unfortunately. Let's see if there's a way to reset the PS3 to a default video mode. All right, so you're supposed to hold it for about 5 seconds until you hear 2 beeps. You move the microphone closer to the PS3. The monitor comes up PC digital, so it's also possible that my monitor doesn't support anything other than 720p or 768, you know, whatever the PC resolution equivalent would be. So, but I wonder if it's been reset to the point where I can switch it back to an AV input, because it's possible the HDMI connection just isn't working because it is really, really loose. Hey, look at that. No, not for now. Oh, and the controller's working. Generic third-party controller. That's cool. Yeah. Let's see. And there's sound. So far, so good. And any of you who have a PSP will recognize this menu interface because it's very, very similar. So, but let's go and see if we can change the video settings at all. I don't see anything to set any resolution or anything. Let's go back to, let's see. So I don't see any options in here for, say, natural graphics settings. Maybe it's under game settings. No, that seems... But otherwise, I mean, I don't know if there's anything on here. Save data. Let's see what we've got. Just online. No memory cards. Oh, apparently someone had a stick of truth on here, and they used it as recently as October 22nd, which... When did I buy this? In January, February, December, something like that? Either way, let's see if a game disc works. We might be 2 for 2 for duds in terms of them actually working. So we'll try a copy of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. It's a little dirty, some minor scratches, but it may work. Disk is loading, that's a good sign. Look at that, it might actually work. This might actually work. We'll have to, of course, test it further. We'll have a separate video for this one, test PS2, PS1 compatibility, although I don't think this can play PS2, I don't remember. Press start button to continue. But yeah, I mean, you guys see on the B-roll here that I'm going to show, or I have been showing, game's loading. I'm not sure what else to do. The game is almost done loading. My assumption is that it's installing to the hard drive, just based on the amount of time, because there's no way that a game takes this long to load without erroring out, unless it's actually doing something. So yeah. But yeah, I can find replacement this. I'll replace this one. I can get a replacement this. I'm not sure about this little cap that's supposed to go over this little hole in the side here. It's got a PlayStation logo on it. So Oh, look at that. It's loading quick now. Again, for the price I paid for the entire lot, I don't mind getting replacement parts for this, and I can even ignore that. I can put a sticker over it. Oh, the game is loading. Everything is still recording. I'm not out of disk space, fortunately, so. Not sure if it's showing up on camera at all, but it's a little pinkish here and here. The backlight's probably starting to go out over here, so. But it plays discs.
I don't think anyone ever expects to wake up one morning and find themselves caught in the middle of a war between two.
So my guess is that, I mean, it reads discs fine. It was installing the game to the hard drive. This console works fine. So sorry, again, another non-repair video, although somewhat repaired because of the missing plastic parts and cleaning it and stuff like that. So there'll be a separate video for this one. Next, we will test the FAT PS3, and we'll go from there. So the footage of the PS3 FAT is not really good. I mean, the video itself was fine, but the audio that was recorded was really garbled, and I'm not sure why. I'm not sure what happened, but suffice to say, the PS3 FAT does not work. It seems to exhibit the yellow light of death symptoms, where it powers on and then powers off almost immediately after and beeps. I'll have to take it apart and take a closer look. It could just be overheating immediately. I doubt it though, but we'll try some things out and see if I can get it to work. So it's the first one that does not work in this lot. Let's take a look at the Xbox next and see if that's working or not. If I'm 3 out of 4, if I'm just 2 out of 4. And the last item in this console repair lot is the original Xbox. So let's see if we can get this one working. Let's see if it can be 3 out of 4. So at least for the initial testing and everything. So for this, I will use this larger, ignore that, we'll use this larger video connector here and standard power here. And it immediately turns on, and you see the Xbox logo, so that's really good. These fans are going crazy, though, that's for damn sure. Clock, though, that's disconcerting because it probably means that the clock capacitor is not working. I also have, I didn't realize this, but I bought this controller, but it doesn't have the complete plug, because of course it doesn't. So this controller is useless to me without the adapter, so I'll have to find one of those. Could probably find one of those at a local retro store. But I do have, I don't think it'll work, but I do have this Xbox to USB cable. I don't think it'll do anything, especially with another USB controller. But we can try because I have no other options. But at the very least, it powers on, which is a good sign. Yeah, it does not work as I suspected, so we'll go ahead and turn this off in order to avoid further damage. So I don't know what I'm going to call this. I don't know if this is a 2 out of 4 or if this is a 2.5 out of 4, but yeah, there's that. But yeah, so the Xbox boots up at the very least, but because I don't have a proper adapter for the controller, of course, I can't test it further because it's asking for a date and everything. But again, that usually means that the clock capacitor is probably gone. So again, another separate video for this one, and this may be the first out of all of them just because of the urgency to replace the capacitor and the other capacitors that are on there, as well as any potential damaged traces or whatever is there. Plus, I'm going to try to find an adapter for that. So, yeah, so what you guys think of this video? Again, I feel like I got lucky just because of the Wii and the PS3 Super Slim. But the other two consoles are going to be interesting to work on because of the fact that there's actual work to do with them. So that's awesome. But what you guys think of this video? If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't yet, although there's never an obligation to do so, as per usual. But if you didn't like this video, please give it a thumbs down, but also leave a comment below as to why so I can try to use it to make improvements going forward. Otherwise, we'll catch you all later. Thanks.